Maybe they are now meeting. Yes. They are making peace. Let's not go back to those things.
Okay, all right. Let's make peace on this one, okay? But we need to move straight to another conversation, okay? Let's talk about the flooding. Each year, the impact of flooding leaves devastating impacts, displacing lives, property, and demanding urgent response. This reality has unfolded tragically in Mokwa, Niger State, with 12 family members and over 50 Almajirai feared dead. As part of efforts to manage the crisis and support affected communities, the National Emergency Management Agency, Nema, deployed mobile intensive care ambulances and rapid intervention vehicles to the scene. I mean, first of all, our heart goes out to those who lost their lives, you know, Mokwa local government area. But really sad. Saw the pictures. Bobikil, your thoughts here?
It's unfortunate that we had to lose lives. Torrential rains. You know, when it rains, we are supposed to be excited. But some people, when it pours, they are filled with grief. Whereas there are countries in the world, in fact, look at Australia, for example. At least 1/3 of Australia, it doesn't rain at all. It doesn't rain at all. They can't do any form of agriculture. So God has blessed us. The rains come when they should come, and we are very solid in the area of agriculture. But our people, sometimes when it rains, they are filled with grief because they know that people's houses will be swept off. Every year in Katsina, rains fall. Sometimes it will exhume corpses, take corpses all the way to Niger Republic. We battle the issue of flooding so much in our country. Look at Benin, Lagos Road. No government has been able to fix that flooding problem in Benin. No government. So there is a big need to do something. This rain fell for some hours and swept away bridges, took lives. Took lives. Remember what happened in 2024? The Alu Dam.
Yes.
In Maiduguri. How many people lost their lives? Before then, the flood issue that we had, 2 years before then, in which more than 2 million Nigerians were displaced. Different states, people lost their lives to flooding. And this one, this Mokwa, must have come as a big surprise to people because there was no early warning sign that this was coming.
The signs.
No sign. And when it happens, we are limited in terms of our terms of rapid response. Yes. We are limited. We are usually reactive.
Not proactive.
Not proactive. All of the deployment that Nema is doing now is after the fact. People have lost their lives. What can we do? As a nation, we have to be ready. Because this flooding will happen because of the changes to the weather patterns, changes in terms of weather pattern as a result of global warming. These things will happen, but we must be ready as a country.
Emeka, in talking about being ready, is it that should we have to build more dams? Or what?
But even dams, dams collapse.
To be proactive.
Even dams collapse. Yeah, we need to do a lot in terms of replanning our cities, our settlements. Yes, replanning them. You know, people build indiscriminately. Some even build in floodplains. Some even build inside canal. You see what the Lagos State government is doing. Look at estates, houses, right? You know, even a canal somewhere, is it somewhere on the island? You know?
Canal and valleys.
I understand that it was a river. Now it has been reduced to maybe a tributary or something. You know, these are the things that the state governments, you know, that's why I think the Nigerian Governors Forum, from maybe quarterly, they should hold refresher courses and help themselves to remember that they are serving people. so that they don't go and get lost inside the government house, cozy government house, and forget that the real problem.
Do they need to be reminded? I don't think they need to be reminded.
No, peer review.
Peer review. Okay.
Now, we need to do something about flooding. We are still talking about Mokwa in Niger State. You have states that are lower, on the lower Niger. Then, you know, for some time, since 2010, if you notice, every July 10 or 11, you have this kind of rainfall that causes devastation. July 10, 11. In 2010 in Lagos, it was terrible. Caused a lot of destruction. People died. So we need to also follow these warnings. Clean up our environment. Desilt our drainages. And then remove people from those floodplains. So that now that we are in the rainy season...
people will start saying, oh, why would you want to take us away? You want to destroy our homes? No, there was something like that in Lagos. Maryland area, you know?
Yeah, but you see, look at how successive governments...
don't do that, people will die.
Exactly.
Look at how successive governments in Lagos have managed that same Odoyala. You know, it was a problem when Marwa was a military administrator in Lagos State. So, but successive governments have seen this as the problem. They've managed it, and you can see how, you know, at least they are you know, getting solutions here and there. So other state governments should look at the issue of environmental management. If you have to move people, you don't need to use soldiers, you know, to whip people. You can move them, but if people prove stubborn, you just, you know, some minimal, you know, pressure, move them, you know, away, because it's better you move people away than to start mourning over people every time there is a major, you know, we have a flooding. So we must now begin to, because look at Mokwa, see what happened in Mokwa, Niger State. You don't know where else. So the thing happen. Look at the Medugri, look at the Aluda. Nobody expected that something, even though there were warning signs that this dam will break. So those in authority in federal states, even the local governments, they should be proactive. They should protect the people.
They have an effective response plan, national response plan to flooding. I don't think we have an effective one. I'm sure people will tell me that we have a national response plan, but I don't see how effective it is. When flooding happens in Kogi, for example, because you have the confluence of rivers, Niger and Benue, when it happens, people lose their farmlands, people lose their lives, they lose their buildings. Have you seen some pictures from Lokoja? You will see houses buried in the flood. Only the roof, it's only the roof that you'll be seeing. Those houses are gone. Because the integrity
is gone. Exactly.
So you have to, now you have to relocate people where necessary. Build them habitations that they will be happy with. It's part of what government should do. If people build on floodplains, for God's sake, relocate them from floodplains, take them to the highlands, higher grounds, you know, higher grounds where they can now live. I think Borno State has done that now because nobody expected what happened, and many lives were lost.
All right, gentlemen. Well, it's a fine place for us to leave it. I really enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much, Emeka Madunagu. Appreciate you for coming in. And BKO.
Thank you.
As always, thank you so much. And that's all on Journalist Hangout today. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We're on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.